Yo, 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 yo. Shout out to the whole blood clot boxing world. It's your man 3K the boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah, fah. You already know what it is, man. So let's giddy go, man. Feeling feeling pretty good tonight, man. I'm more than willing and ready to have some fun with whatever topics. But y'all already see the topic. So let's have some fucking fun with it, man. So shout out to everybody who pull up. And for those who don't pull up, you already know what it is. PBG, Playback Gang. You already know how we get to it on Reaper Gang Radio, man. So let's go ahead and do it, man. MW, what's goody? Miguel Moika, what it do? So I find it really funny, right? I find it really funny that like we be on some Mystic Max shit over here on Reaper Gang Radio. We be real live on some Mystic Max shit over here on Reaper Gang Radio. And this is what I mean by that. How long ago did I call out this individual behavior? Like, you don't need Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Miguel, them niggas don't need Canelo and nobody else to say anything to make it more impactful than what we already been saying. Shit. Man, not no couple months ago, not no half a year ago, but probably like a full year now. For a year now. When dudes when dudes was sitting up there and they was sitting up there trying to protect this dude and hold this dude hands, we already saw the skirt all up in them. It's evident. That's why you don't like, yo, it's like when niggas is grown ass men, you don't have to give people extra credit for when you see them acting like they acting out of pocket. And in the boxing game, it's pretty clear to see, man, it don't take bifocals to recognize certain type of behavior, especially from a dude like that. Gabe Lopez salute, especially from a dude like that. So you got Canelo coming out here talking about Ryan Garcia, hella talented, but he don't think he dedicated to the game, and that's a very bad thing. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, when you got the so-called pound for pound best fighter in the world, you know, people will argue that to the T with anybody and can stand on it for real. One of the pound for pound number one marketable fighter in the United States, the biggest ticket, you know, got under his belt 1.1 million sold with him and Triple G. You take all of this consideration and all of this talent, all of these other fighters around you, Eddie Ray knows so the type of what can I say, the publicity you gonna get from just being in that stable and everything like that. And you mean to tell me that it ain't no boxing, no life? Come on, man. It ain't no boxing, no life. Why is it not no boxing, no life? Help me understand that. You around Canelo Alvarez on a consistent basis. Eddie Reynoso willing to dump everything he got into you. You talking about $100 million fighter, 100+ million, multi nine-figure fighter. How are you not dedicated? And if you gotta push it, I find that really, really bad. This man got how many kids? You know, if I don't know what his education is like, but he can be the most dedicated individual if I based off the activity of somebody who has the ability to make their living as a professional fighter underneath one of the, you know, one of the most, if not the most, arguably the most decorated banner you possibly could be under. You got to be kidding me. So what are we talking about here? You think that there's any possibility that it could get any fucking better? Like, where do you go from there? There is no going from the top and then going, like, I don't know whatever level there is but the top. You feel me? And if you're not going to be at the top, where else can you go? You can only go in one place, right? You can only go the fuck down. So what what type of response could you get that shit? So now everybody want to act like it's hitting for something now. That Canelo said it, man. I've been saying this shit, man. Motherfuckers wanted to, wanted to hang me to a cross for saying Pretty Ricky, what they call him. Tell me I ain't lying. Don't ask me, salute. I got up from a knockdown. I deserve a movie about it. The crazy thing is, you can watch him right now on Tubi for free. I posted this shit on Twitter like a year ago. You can watch Ricky Martin, aka Ryan Garcia, on Tubi right now for free. Everybody obviously got the internet, and he's on a freaking he's a star of a boxing little sitcom joint or whatever, and he got a gay dude that's his best friend, and he go around doing like underground boxing matches and stuff for cash. I swear to God. But he's like in the most like feminine of circumstances. You can't make this stuff up. George, what's popping with you? Good evening, my guy. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I just don't have sympathy for individuals who was gifted with the you didn't even have to really work for the pot of gold. You was already sitting in it. You know what I mean? Like he's already sitting in his riches. And all he has to do is follow, one very, very, I wouldn't say easy formula, because there's things that go with the success, but all you got to do is stay loyal to the game. You young. You can't knock the fact that the kid got talent. Hella speed, hella speed. Poor Bambi legs when it come to the game though. But outside of that, work on all of those things, get him a firm foundation. Man, what? Could he be a problem? Absolutely. He could definitely be a problem, but he is a problem. Like Latino American Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying? Ricky Martin kind of like trouble. Tell me I'm lying. Ron is doing what Oscar De La Hoya was doing back in the day, singing and showing up on red carpets, being too concerned with being a pretty boy and working on boxing, which pissed off a lot of the fans. And when you want to go in that direction, and if that's how you choose to, how can you, how far can you go after, you know what I'm saying, getting knocked on your ass by Luke Campbell and scoring a body shot victory over somebody who's never held a world title? I'm just saying. Am I saying something wrong? Where they do that at? He's already had mental health. He's had an injury. And you know what I'm saying? He's pulled out of more fights in 1 year than Tyson Fury. And he ain't got no contract, no money like Tyson Fury. No disrespect to Tyson Fury, but you know he could pull out of some shit real quick on you. Should have beat him, Mac Jada kiss this. For sure. Ron might be on the Mikey Garcia boat where he doesn't love boxing. He just does it. Look, man, these kids are smart nowadays, bro. LeBron, salute. What's goody with you? Man, these young and smart nowadays. He understands that he could use boxing as a really good platform, and you can milk it for some dollars, considering his promotional outfit, because they'll protect him. Especially if he's wise enough to know that they've already placed so much, they place so much emphasis on his success and protecting it, and his opposition, guarding his whole path. Man, then shoot, you could take advantage of that, make your money, move around, and bullshit with it at the same time. Because Oscar De La Hoya, I believe he definitely came out and said, Ryan don't need us, we need him. I swear to God, I think he said that shit on one of these little boxing channels, man. Well, one of these bigger boxing channels. No disrespect to any media, you know. But didn't he say that? Didn't he say some shit like that, y'all? I do believe Oscar De La Hoya said we don't need Ryan. I mean, Ryan don't need us. We need him. He's a star or some shit like that. So if he got any type of brains, yo, he could do all types of wishy-washy shit while not fighting nobody. Clearly, he doing it now. Javier Fortuna, you know, there was even all that talk about Linares and shit like that, where it was like, man, there was never no all percent, you know, wasn't even trying to get that shit off the ground. Now, who is it? Who is it, man? I'm leaving somebody out. The recent guy. The recent guy. Wasn't it JoJo Diaz? Wasn't it JoJo Diaz? I'm high as shit right now. Carlos Rosado, what's popping with you, my guy? So we've already identified with the fact that you with the biggest fighter in the game at your disposal. Arguably the biggest trainer in the game at disposal. All the money in the world surrounds you. They done bumped your pay up after fighting dudes like Fonseca, who ain't never did nothing but get beat up by Tevin Farmer. Who else? Tank Davis. Who else? You know what I mean? So, given that you already got all of these things, and contrary to what Canelo say, bro, fuck all of that. What Canelo talking about don't make no difference. Nobody should be shocked because at the end of the day, here's the deal. We can already see that shit. Yeah, JoJo Diaz. Salute, Miguel. Which Haney about to fight JoJo Diaz now. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? The dude that he threw so much criticism to. And here's the thing, right? And every one of Devin Haney recent performances, you know what I'm saying? He's always been hypercritical on Twitter. The night of the fight or whatever, or any one of the performances. My whole thing is this, bro. When are you not injured? When are you not battling mental health? When are you not on the sideline or some way putting the Emmitt Smith kind of, you know what I'm saying, juke move or a goddamn Shaquille O'Neal type pivot in the paint, getting on, you know what I'm saying, shaking off any type of opposition with an excuse. My dude got more moves than Neo in the Matrix when it come to dodging, I swear to God. Bullet game crazy. If them motherfuckers was bullets, I swear to God, he got them bitches whizzing by him in super slow motion. You cannot compete with that. There was nobody, I mean nobody on this planet that's got those type of abilities to dodge. The tactics are out of freaking control. I mean, I wish I had all of that agility. You feel what I'm saying? What's your honest thoughts on the skill compared to Haney, Tank, T.O. Shakur? And do you see him beating any of those out? Just curious, of course, if whatever happens. Look, out of Shakur, Shakur beats him right now. Haney beats him right now. Here's the thing. Ryan's got real rap when you watch, like, the one thing I love about his boxing ability is when you watch him punch. Like he does have a ferocious, fast punch right now. Like, and I mean on the level of where I'd say it's a superior. He has superior striking, superior offense and striking ability for a boxer. You would see that young, not really built into his body, super green. But the one thing that fails him more than anything is with all the ability he got to put together a punch, he has no ability to understand his movement right now, what he's supposed to do with his feet, how his placement is, or how it's going to benefit him offensively, and, you know, how it gets him in trouble defensively. So that's my biggest knock against Ryan. If Ryan understood really what it takes to move around the ring instead of always just standing still and just trying to punch like he doing some Instagram shit, because I swear to God, it just remind me of a dude who just dumb nice at hitting a fucking heavy bag, dumb nice at hitting some mitts on a consistent. But talent, hell yeah. I just don't, I wouldn't see him beating Tank. Tank gonna catch him. He gonna catch him. Shakur he just outboxes him, outwits him. Devin, same shit. and T.O. blasts him. He just blasts him. So I just think he got a little bit more work, a lot more working to do than the other guy. And then, you know, commitment is a big part of it as well. I don't like male IG models either, man. They make me fucking sick, man. They the problem with the world today. Modern day feminists. And that's a lot of problem with a lot of boxers anyway. But you know, Ryan isn't the only one, you know, but he's one of the ones that has to catch a lot of flame for it, just on behalf of the fact that, you know, people tried to conceal the fact that, you know, acting like it ain't going on or wasn't going on. Look, man, if if dudes want to protect dudes like that, you going, man, look, boxing is going to be a fucking hellhole. I see it the same way. He gives him a fight, will lose to him all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And look, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that because somebody always had a learning curve when you got that much talent around you. You know, it's no knock to Ryan Garcia that right now I don't see him beating those dudes because it's just a lot of talent. It's a lot of remarkable talent around 130 all the way up to 147 pounds. You ain't even got to mention 147 pounds. Just 135 alone. Like, shit. Oh my God. Appreciate you, George, with the super chat. Says Ryan Garcia pros, great power, good speed, decent skills, cons, questionable chin, limited fight IQ, mentally weak. Am I wrong? Nah, that's actually hitting the nail perfectly on the head. And those are the things that, you know, would limit him. But one thing I will give him credit to that would make that where he would have lost the edge of being special if he wouldn't have got up off that floor and finished that fight in which the way he finished it. Because as soon as he got knocked down, the one thing I will get this little motherfucker credit for, as soon as he got knocked down, he responded in whichever way that a fighter is supposed to respond. As soon as that motherfucker got back up, you know, bell ring, boom, go to his corner. He already looking at Luke. He ready. He want to get right back off the motherfucking stool. Like, yo, this nigga just caught me with a nice one. Now I'm ready to come out here and get on that ass. So that getting caught on his chin was a little bit of motivation, you know. And I mean, he just finished it how he was supposed to. So in that regard, I will give him his respect. But those are all the things, you know what I'm saying, you definitely should look to when it comes to that individual. Ron didn't move his head enough, stands tall, chin in the air. Campbell capitalized. Yeah, for sure. You know, that's a veteran in the ring doing what a veteran does. You know what I'm saying? Like, Luke Campbell, one thing you can say about Luke Campbell and just that fight alone, where really for a lot of people, delusional people, they looked at it was more than something that was supposed to just get him started. It was kind of like, hey, he's arrived. But no, in a sense to where it's like you would judge a fight with Luke Campbell, like, okay, Luke Campbell's got a lot of experience, Olympian. You're supposed to judge that fight in the sense of what he's been in there with plenty of tough guys, whether he's, you know what I'm saying, didn't win those fights, those big fights or not. He was in those fights. So you're supposed to look at Ryan like, okay, the way he responds in this fight, you already know what level he's on because how he responds, and you can really give him some more credit to see what he's going to do next. But it wasn't something where motherfuckers were supposed to jump ahead of the gun because look at the motherfucker right now and try to warn motherfuckers about this shit because none of these guys really, outside of Teofimo Lopez in their respective divisions, when it comes to 100 and, you know, 35, I would say when it comes to their accomplishments and really in some sense being able to toot their own horn and a consistent pattern when they had doing what they had to do to get there. Fuck all the politics aside. It is what it is. Teofimo Lopez definitely has more bragging rights when you look at the solidarity of what he had to do to lay the foundation of where he is now. But the other guys don't really get the lean they had on that. So to give any of these dudes any type of extra credit, it just makes motherfuckers look silly for real. Because any one of them could get blasted, come up short or whatever, and we really don't know what to judge them off of because all of the superior talent rests in all of them. Yo, the fact that you won't fight Javier Fortuna, that just, man, come on, man. Y'all already know. And see, y'all these motherfuckers be telling me I be harsh when I be talking about Javier Fortuna and niggas like this. Cause I'm like, come on, man. These are the niggas that the superior fighters is supposed to dispose of. You know what I mean? Lomachenko can't be the only great fighter that can make these dudes look stupid. He can't because they not that good. And if he's the only one that can outclass, knock out, whatever, you know what I mean? Jason Sosa, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not, I swear to God, man. Javier Fortuna, all of these dudes, man, they been blasted out. Just I ain't gonna go too hard on them. Gotti, what's goody? Like Jojo Diaz, see, what got that nigga shook is he saw how Jojo Diaz put that hurricane up on motherfucking Tevin Farmer motherfucking ass. When he when Jojo Diaz ran up on Tevin Farmer, he wasn't playing with his ass. And I'm not saying that to say like Tevin Farmer is the best fighter on the world, been shot in his hands, you know what I'm saying? Understandably is considered to have what a pillow fist at 130 pounds or whatever, but shit, man. I mean, Tevin Farmer was a good counter defensive fighter, and he turned that hurricane on him. And what I can say is Tevin Farmer has the ability to defend himself inside and outside of the pocket to where a guy like Ryan Garcia is not going to be able to get away from those shots. A guy like Ryan Garcia is going to have to taste a lot of those shots, be in the position of where he's going to get hit with that little hurricane shit Jojo Diaz like to do when his motor get going, man. Y'all know how Jojo fight, man. Jojo gonna, one thing I will give credit to is Jojo gonna fight you. And he's gonna let you know that he's there. No matter how wild or fucking discombobulated the shit may seem to me, you know what I'm saying? Jojo Diaz just, he coming to fight. This motherfucker said muffin hands farm. Yo, that dude got some real, he got some baby hands, B. Like, that motherfucker shit. And they got egg foam fist. That nigga got egg foam fist, man. Since Ron ducking Fortuna, does that mean Fortuna's elevated to the fourth king spot? Man, you might as well, because I mean, shit, in this day and age, you know, anybody's a king. Fuck it, they all kings, man. Shout out to Blair the Flair, man. And that motherfucker is the supreme ruler. For real, man. Whatever that little blue motherfucker on Dragon Ball Z is, whatever title he got, that's that shit. That's that shit Blair the Flair got. Emperor Supreme, some shit like that. All of these dudes is kings now, man. Y'all ain't heard? You got even got the memo? If and the next dude that come along, he's gonna be a king. No, fuck it, man. Oscar Valdez is a king. All of them kings. Since when have we not given these type of titles to guys who have never fought one another? If like that's you have to get heralded as a king. If you've never fought, you're the other opposition around you that is in the top three, top four. You have to be considered a king because that's how kings conduct themselves. Only if you have 2 million Twitter followers, you got to have 2 million Twitter followers and at least 4 social media accounts. 4 social media accounts, 2 million Twitter followers. You got to have at least 1 million Instagram followers, and you got to at least do some shit on TikTok. And at least one egg crate challenge, man. If you're not doing those things, we can't fight you. And at least you gotta have 2 pay-per-views the way you sold at least 150,000 to 270,000 buys. Am I saying something wrong here? Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair is the next great of all greats, ruler of all rulers, the flashy of all the flashiest. He's the next Hussein Bolt of boxing. Blair the Flair, man. So if you don't know the name, you better get familiar very fast. Cause that guy's incredible. Mark, what's popping with you? So who's next? Cause I'm telling you, man, there's gonna be another one that falls out and crashes out. This is only the beginning. Watch, Ryan Garcia is gonna be like, he's gonna get caught up on the road, bottle of alcohol in the car, fucking chick, which you know what I'm saying, like a quarter of coke spilled on her fucking blouse and shit like that. Freaking Lamborghini truck door swung wide the fuck open. All on TMZ and shit. This is only the beginning of the backslide. Talk to me. As I tell you, catch your man Ricky Martin on TMZ. Alcohol, cocaine, and a hooker. I'm waiting for this question. Do you see similarities between Ryan Garcia and 2002 Britney Spears? Yeah, man. This motherfucker. I can't take this motherfucker serious right now. I don't even know how I'm gonna respond to this shit right now. Except Ron gonna end up in the self with De La Hoya, the dental floss G-string. Yo, hey, look, man, Halloween is coming up real fast. So look, shit is about to get real crazy. Ryan's about to have to do some really remarkable shit for all of the pulling out he's been doing lately. Hey, I don't even want to know what that De La Hoya Halloween party like. They dress real spooky up in there. Whole bunch of G-string, fishnet, cigarettes. Fishnet and cigarettes. Ron's gonna shave his head, dress up as a Squid Game extra. I can see it happening. I can see it happening, man. Look, they gonna have some money on the table. De La Hoya got some money to throw around, man. Look, child support is starting to double, triple, quadruple. Like they really Ryan's gonna have to be on his worst behavior. He's gonna have to be on his worst behavior. And you know this shit's gonna make it on the internet. Fishnets and it's the fishnets and cigarettes fruitcake party featuring Ricky Martin himself, Ryan Wasted Talent Garcia, the Bushy, aka the Bushy Bass at Oscar House. The motherfucking Bushy Bash. Shut the fuck up, yo. kept kept Ryan in there doing terrible things. Ryan Garcia and De La Hoya about to dress up as Dominatrix. Look, yo, a whole bunch of wild patent leather. Ryan gonna come in there, Joan, full patent leather pair of Space Jam Jordans on the match. Ryan gonna come in there, Joan, choker, patent leather, full dom with the Space Jam Jordans to match. Oh man, what the fuck? To see what happens. See what see what happens when you waste talent. See what happens when you waste talent. When you waste talent, this is what happens. You end up with De La Hoya hosting the fishnet and cigarettes party. Straight fishnets and cigarettes. Yo, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Hey, yo, but the sad part is, you can always, like, I see Ryan's kind of, space kind of solidified for a little while. De La Hoya is a very weird character. So, with that being said, he's liable to let him hang around for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Quite some time. Whole bunch of little Nas X play. I'm finna dress like Lil Nas X, Oscar B. Satan. Yo, that is too fucking far. Like, he just went way too far. Oh my God. Oh my God. That shit just. Oh fuck, I'm dead. I can't deal with this shit right now. This motherfucker like went way too far. Fucking straight fishnets and cigarettes. Like, yo, every time I think of this motherfucker now, I'm going to revert back to this conversation. And the first thing that's going to come to my mind is fishnets and cigarettes. Anytime I think of Ryan Garcia and I see Oscar De La Hoya sitting next to each other, if I ever see him at another press conference, weigh in, if the kid ever fights again, fishnets and cigarettes. Oh shit. Oh man. The duck and never so there's never been any updates on his supposed injury, has it? Was it a hand or shoulder injury? I can't remember, man. It's like I've completely given up on this kid. I can't even give him any type of respective viewership or time, man. That would be like wasted minutes and precious moments in my life that I really couldn't get back, man. I would have like that could have been like an extra 2 minutes. I could have fucking picked my nose or fucking took a shit. I could have done anything but waste my time watching Ryan Garcia. And I say that in the most graphic of ways because that's truly how I feel about it. Because, oh, I was the dickhead. I was the asshole in the beginning when I was pointing these things out on Reaper Gang Radio, the gray area episode, for anybody that didn't catch it. Yeah, so anyway, so that's why I'm being the way I'm being about this dude. because for real, he deserves all of this shit. And I ain't gonna stop, and neither should you, because this is what happened when you show nothing but bitch assness. Fuck Ron, man. I don't mean like, I don't got no personal problem against the dude, but he disrespected the game. Now the game gotta disrespect him. This what happened when you're not loyal to the game. You got all the opportunities in the world. All the opportunities in the world. Little, you know what I'm saying? Little kids, little youngins all around the world could want to be in your position. People around, you know how many niggas is sweating in the gym right now that's 20 times nicer than Ryan Garcia that'll never get that opportunity. Like, niggas got to really think about that. Like, think about how long Marvin Hagler sat in that gym or fought his ass off just to get his opportunity before he got the reign for being middleweight world champ, undisputed for like, what, 7 years or some wild shit like that. How long did he have to really put that work in? There's several thousand kids that's just, if not more talented than this dude, that might not ever get no look, might not know how to get looked at, or just wasn't plugged in the proper way, that'll never get that opportunity. And you wasting your time with it. And that's why I be saying, like, for them niggas that's not dedicated, you gotta put yourself, you gotta say fuck them. And if you want to talk bad about him or talk greasy about him, I mean, shit, it's your viewership, right? So you got the absolute right to say whatever the fuck you want to say about how these dudes is acting like some straight up fucking Forrest Gump ass, fucking half a brain cell having ass motherfuckers, man. Anthony Manzano, salute. Anytime we speak truth, we the bad guys. But they need us to be the bad guys so they can point their fucking fingers. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. A wise man once said that, man. And the crazy thing, he was a cokehead. So it's imagine this type of, you know what I'm saying, poetic shit that comes off of the fucking head when you're on drugs. So don't knock it until you try it. But nah, serious shit though. Serious shit. So at the end of the day, you niggas is invested in the. I'm not gonna be investing my time in the corny shit. He's a corny dude. And for all of those people who thought he was the best shit smoking out here, because it was a lot of dudes out here, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It was a lot of dudes out here saying Ryan will smoke this one, beat this one, give him a run for his money. Devin Haney can't fuck with him. All types, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Tell me these dudes wasn't praising Ryan Garcia like this dude, he could whoop them all, man. The only thing that dude doing right now is dodging motherfucking child support. He dodging child support and dodging every fight in existence. Poor guy. Poor guy. Hand injury, saw the pictures of him in his hospital bed. Looked like someone smacked his fingers with a hammer super small. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, Mr. T. Sometimes you gotta just take a hammer or just let your friend just take your freaking Lamborghini truck and just run over your finger sometime just to, get your point across because you that scared. I mean, hey man, he's a special kid, man. He's a special kid. No, maybe we shouldn't be tough on Ryan. Ryan's a special kid. Always knew he was gonna grow up to do great things, man. He used to always just stand in the living room and just lick the windows, just for no reason, for hours. He would just stand there and just lick the window pane. And I just knew he would just grow up to be a special boy. Then when he put him on the bus for the first day, teacher called me and they just told me they were so delighted because he just licked the windows. He just sat on the bus the whole way to school. He just licked the windows. And they too knew that he was gonna be a special boy. Oh, I'm fucking high. Oh man, for real, man. So I'm gonna put my foot all on Ryan Garcia neck. Special boy, special boy. Honestly, Ryan is copping the wrong parts of Austin's personality, being egotistical, thinking he should be listening to veterans that can help him improve as a fighter. For example, Canelo. Yo, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, how much sympathy do you have for an individual who's in arguably the biggest camp and most notable camp in boxing? There's no more money other than what Anthony Joshua and them boys bringing in. And you know, Manny Pacquiao got a big machine, but actively right now, those two. Those are the two biggest camps in the world, get more viewership than anybody. So if you can't act right with, if you don't want to embrace that, and then knowing you have all of the perks that go along with that, like what else can you say to a dude? What else? Like no, bump that. Like it ain't about what I can say to him, but what does that say about dude? There ain't like yo, I can't. He deserved everything to come. Man, look, he deserved to get hit with every stone that's thrown because you don't have limited opportunities. You got the best of every opportunities. You working with the best coach, and like I said, all of them dudes want to put the effort into working with you. You got front row seats of working with Canelo, watching Canelo, side by side with Canelo, getting game from Canelo, and you young. People got the tendency to spend more time and be more absorbent of giving time that they usually don't have to people that are younger than them because they're the future. But you're not going to have that for so long. And at the end of the day, like, bro, it comes to a point to where it's like, yo, when niggas is like, yo, niggas is multimillionaires. They playing with real money. And at the same time, you got freaking a top 10, top 15, top 20, and a whole bunch of unknown niggas that every time you walk out in the street, they want to fight you. So how much time do you got invested to invest being Canelo, that is? They want to take your head off. They want the millions of dollars you make. They want the Hennessy, Nike, all the other sponsorships that you got. They want the ability to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying? Have anybody monster tune your beat big to want to work with you, $50 million, selling out venues. Every bitch in the world want to fuck you, flying around the world in any freaking jet, driving any car. They want to take that shit away from you. Every time you on the street, anytime you moving, when you the best nigga in the world, but you got this kid that you been wasting your time with, and he ain't even serious about it. So shoot, who really got the time to really want to be doing all that? So a nigga like Canelo, if he saying that shit in Complex, man, nigga like kick rocks, man. Kick rocks. I told niggas from the jump, the niggas thought I was being harsh. Virgil Ortiz was a star over there, but they need Ryan Garcia more than Ryan Garcia need them. No, what Ryan Garcia need is a steady motherfucking form of income so he could pay his goddamn child support. That's why that nigga begging for contract boosts over and over and over again before he even accomplish anything. Man, he trying to get that shit up front, man, so he can pew Abercrombie, fishnets, and cigarettes. Abercrombie, fishnets, and cigarettes. Aeropostale, fishnets, and cigarettes. Dolce Gabbana, fishnets, and cigarettes. He gonna be doing all that. Dash right out the front door with the cash, claiming all types of injuries and stuff. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just so, look, man, you can't, you got it all. If you got it all and you can't work with having it all, man, then you ain't you ain't got nothing coming to you but fishnets and cigarettes. You don't got nothing coming to you, homie. Is you too busy out here making a mockery of your time? And it's an unfortunate thing that that's what you want to do when you got everything, when you got everything every boxer in the world would love to have. Shit. Man, get that shit to me, man. Get that shit to one of y'all boys. What y'all gonna do with it? I already know what you're gonna do with it. You ain't even gotta tell me for real. What's understood don't even gotta be explained because I know what you would do with it. You wouldn't do what that fool is doing with it. And people gotta appreciate the positions they in and play them shits, man. And dudes ain't willing to do that no more, man. Like, so this is what you get. Fishnets and cigarettes. Shout out to Ryan Garcia, man. This has been a I hope this is gonna be a learning experience. I hope that shit gonna burn in your mind like a Mob Deep CD, motherfucker. Cause it might sound funny and it might sound like niggas is playing and all of that stuff, but really, I'm trying to get a motherfucker some game though, for real. But they already gave him the money, so you know he ain't listening to nobody. Reaper, this is why I'm putting all my effort into Virgil Ortiz instead of Ryan Garcia, because it seems like he's doing it the right way. He's actually listening to Canelo. Man, Virgil Ortiz got the goods. He got the gift, man. Young, strong. Look at his physique, stout fighter, built real well, real nice chin, pause. You know what I'm saying? Strong chin, just a stout. Well, you know what I mean? Mean Machine knocked him on his ass twice, but that don't mean his chin weak because Mean Machine hit like a fucking mule, man. Very, very good fighter. Exceptional blue chip prospect. Not even a prospect. Proven, proven seasoned veteran at this point in his career. The only thing that he hasn't obtained that is not far out of his reach is a world title. And I can honestly say that I can't wait to see the day that he gets to fight for one, because at this point, when you've entertained the opposition that a Virgil Ortiz is entertained, it is easy to see that he is more than worthy of fighting for a championship. Shit, he fucking dismantled a former champion. Um, he's fought solid guys, man, and he's proven that he's a very, very exciting fighter, and he's just got a great coach behind him, man. Good formula, uh, well disciplined kid, multi talented in and out the ring. Just a real good humble kid, man. And when you see a guy like that, man, you just gotta let the carpet roll out for him, and man, do everything you can for him, because that's the kid that's going to build your company up. That's the kid that's going to make you the money that you need to see in the boxing world, that you can get, that you can um really start to think of, the prospects of kind of like the Manny Pacquiao kind of career, the rebuilding phase and shit, building a hell of a following behind him, man. Young as a follower of Virgil, man. I'm trying to tell you. It ain't that. You don't have to question the stardom. It's already there. It's just now is the former cokehead and current cokehead allegedly gonna be able to see the shit that we see in Virgil Ortiz, man. He's got all the intangibles in the world, and the shit he ain't got, he's working on that shit night and day. If there's some shit that he really don't have, so shit, Oscar De La Hoya is a fool if he don't invest in him the right way. Fucking fool. Oscar better get something right together. Man, listen, man. At this point, yo, you shouldn't look, Oscar shouldn't even give a fuck. Cause at this point, you gotta come to me. You gotta come to me begging, baby. I don't want no message in a bottle, bitch. You gotta come to me begging. And what I'm saying by that is, Homeboy, homeboy, you played yourself. We done gave you opportunity on top of opportunity on top of opportunity. Now watch when this so-called freaking when his fucking Mickey Mouse hand fucking swell back down the fucking come back out of the little cartoon it's stuck in. And this shit come back to, you know what I'm saying, 3D and shit. Let's see what the motherfucker really gonna do. He's not gonna fight nobody. If he does fight somebody, watch this nigga gonna come out and say, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna rematch Romero Dunno. Fonseca too. Gonna do some weird weak shit. So knowing that if he don't come out and fight somebody, like look, man, if he don't fight somebody in I wanna say the upper top 10 in the top 5, fuck him. You don't fight nobody in the top 5 or the top. I ain't gonna be that harsh. In the top 8, man. How about that? If he don't fight nobody in the top 8, then fuck him. And I ain't even. And then motherfuckers, I don't know, man. People are still trying to make the excuse like, motherfucker was injured, man. He deserved a tune-up. Nah. Bump all that crap, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that. He deserved to get tuned up. I'm talking about a couple uppercut hooks, right, overhand rights, tapping him in the front of his freaking skull. I don't give a damn about Ryan getting no tune up. If it's a tune up, he better be talking about his vehicle. This dude has got a monopoly on procrastinating. How the hell do you do that in real life? In a professional sport. Man, fuck him. That motherfucker gotta come back crawling, begging me, please, baby, please. Oscar, please. Fishnets and cigarettes, please. For sure. Real dog right there. Real dog, and he mean. That's the one thing about fucking Virgil that's so nasty, man. Like great fighters, man, they mean, man. And he has the consistency, man. Great kid, but mean in the ring, man. Like you fight him, dog. You hit that motherfucker wrong. You gonna wake up something you ain't wish you never seen before. Shit gonna look like the exorcism of Emily Rose or some type of shit like that. You gonna wish you had holy water you could sprinkle on the front of your gloves or some shit. Cause the niggas mean, man. Something come out of that boy, man. He start throwing some shit that got like Street Fighter 2 fucking Ryu flames on the front of his fist and shit. Talking about some hey kick you get. Be throwing some shit. Yeah, man, the crazy thing is, like I said on Twitter, man, it's funny how this motherfucker can pull out so many goddamn fights but got 4 damn kids. So he ain't never been pulling out a goddamn day in his life. When it come to these fights, this nigga got the best pullout game in the world. Nigga trying to create his own little menudo. Nigga all that joint busting big pretty boy nuts trying to create his little own in-house menudo. Nigga gonna have the fucking the Garcia 5 and shit like that. This is out of control. For sure, man. He deserved to get his head, man. He deserved to get his head beat on like a tambourine for a little bit. Let somebody treat that junk like a whole Congo. Get a hold of him, you know what I'm saying? Tool him up real nice. For real. He been all out he extra green right now too. He real tender right now. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Put a couple hands on that boy, you know what I mean? It's gonna wake him up a little bit. I'm talking about something might starch him something nice. Might starch him something nice, might iron him out a little bit. Might have him tasting, you know what I'm saying? Might have him tasting the sweaty canvas and shit like that. Might having him taste the blood of the co-main. The co-main. Shit, he might even be tasting the sweat and the blood of preliminaries. Motherfucker get a hold of his little tender ass right now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ain't been in no ring. Been ducking and dodging every bullet he can. Look, the motherfucker started from mental health. Now he talking some whole other shit. Now he got Mickey Mouse hands and shit like that. It's me, Ricky. It's me, Ricky. You know what I mean? And it tool that boy up real nice. He ain't been in no type of fights. So you know he not even ready to get bombed on. He is in no position. He is not ready to get bombed on at all. Reaping in terms of versus development as a father. Which fight would benefit him the most? Bud Crawford or Showtime, Sean Porter? I mean, honestly, you know, I feel like Sean Porter, he would have a right now. Right now I don't think he beats Bud Crawford because the all of the openings Mo Hooker had to knock him to put hands on him. A lot of flush combinations there. Um, I feel like he could learn a lot from a Sean Porter, the strength, the consistent, giving them more time in the later rounds, the consistent motherfucking, the consistent coming forward, just nonstop, constant attack, ducking low, giving a whole lot of weird angles. Uh, Sean has the ability to pivot when he senses a certain level of danger or he wants to change the pace of fight. He'll pivot you in a lot of areas. Um, and it's just weird. You're just gonna have a really weird fight with Sean. It's a fight that he would win, but it's not an easy fight for him right now. Compared to the other fights he had, I feel like that'll probably be the most different fight. A lot of the guys he fought have been like right on par with him as far as his height, as far as kind of like build, as far as even in some cases attack. Outside of Mo, I would say pretty much traditionally most of their attacks were the same. I think Sean brings a different element with kind of that high pace, just just weird angle, man. Just weird angles, high volume, hooks and overhand rights and lefts and shit like that. He's a real weird fighter, you know, just adjusting to that pace. Then but to see him and Bud fight, I definitely said I would like to see that fight happen by the end of 2022. So it's coming up on that time for real. So he should be in that position real soon. Ron trying to start his own pop on a football team. Yeah, he's working real hard at it. And I think, you know, it's gonna be mission accomplished. Man, look. Yo, you can tell what a nigga Vice is, man. Beautiful women, beautiful women. And he got a level of he's a narcissist, man. The fucking narcissist. It's a recipe for disaster. When you a look at me type of individual, you love, you know what I'm saying, busting nuts. You love getting with women, busting nuts, being with girls. That mean pussy got a hold on you. What that means is you can't control, you know what I'm saying, your thinking with your main man. You feel me? If that shit, that mean girls can jerk you any kind of way, and them the worst type of problems you already have when you're young. That means you're gonna lose focus early. If you can't lock in and understand that, you never lose women chasing money, but you lose money chasing women. And it's just not about the money aspect, but it's about the peace of mind. It's about being able to focus and dedicate your time on your craft. Because now, when kids and all of those things come into play, it's like how much of you can you mentally be there? Imagine if you young and there's one kid. That's just one thing playing on your mind. You got to tune out. It can't. But then if it's two or three or four for that matter, and you got to worry about, other people's emotions and try to balance out your stuff. Then you got to manage feeding these people, housing them, and keeping and trying to keep all of these individuals happy, regardless of whether it's your responsibility or not. Man, that's a hell of a lot on the kid, man. You won't be a dead look, dude. dude, dude, I'm telling you, you're setting yourself up for failure. So put any man in that position, that young, with all of the with the fact that you know what I'm saying, the world paying attention to you. Huh? Huh? Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. I want to look. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of strong dudes out here. It's a lot of dudes out here. It's a lot of weak dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? Alpha, beta, male shit. But I'm telling you, to have real world problems, and then the fact that you know what I mean, a public figure, and you got to worry about niggas wanting to beat your head in 24/7. Man, shit. You gotta be a strong dude, man. Poor baby mamas, boy. Look, man, I just honestly, once again, kids got talent, but what's it all worth when you're willing to squander it away in the best positions that anybody could be in? At that point, you've lost it. Like there's nothing. Like I said, you can't go from the top and go fuck. Like there's no other way. You can't like. What's after the fucking top once again, man? You can only go down, Slim. So please, man, it's a wrap. Shakur Stevenson versus Chris Colbert for the 8 vacant IVF. Let's go. Yo, that's a good fight. That's a really, 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 really good fight. Man. Chris Colbert versus Shakur Stevenson. True. Imagine that. Hmm. Hmm. That's a tricky fight. I'm not saying it's a tricky fight like one person holds so many advantages over another, but I would say, man, that's just a tricky fight because both of those dudes are very, very high skilled, highly skilled, defensively responsible, um, high IQ fighters. Like, whew, that's a really good fight. That's the type of fight that's a special fight. And man, you talking about whoa. You talking about yeah, put your prediction on, yeah, predict that shit. Put a prediction on that. I couldn't do it. Not right now. Damn. That's a really interesting, that's a really interesting fight right there. Man, but look, man, I think that's about it. I'm about to wrap it up. Been on this shit for about an hour now. Um, so y'all already know the motto, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, cost you nothing. Pay a nigga no mind. Um, yeah, man. If something comes out of that, boy, both of them alphas, man. Man, I got like 2 minutes to expound on that. Both of them dudes alphas, and they mean as shit. They mean as shit, and neither one of them would give an inch. But when it comes to just ability right there, like that's the kind of fight that where you don't really get to see when, you know, two individuals both have that level of skill and you get to see it on display worth one another. That's a that would probably be one of the greater fights that you will get probably ahead of its time. But man, that thing could boil over and be, whew, that could be a potential of a really, 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 really good fight, and definitely a treat for the boxing fans. Um, can't say it enough. Both of those individuals are artists in their craft, so you know what that does. But yeah, man. Until next time, fellas. Peace out.